it's getting kinda hectic. Too many fans on me like I'm in Texas. 3 years deep now, keeping them guessing. 4-star hotel, what's for breakfast? 5 fingers, give you a blister. 6 at the wheel, you're 6 the mister. Give me your mama, I'ma kiss her. I said 6 rings on me like I'm in Pittsburgh. Motion maker, record breaker. 6 on my chest like an LA Laker. Black belt MC, call me master. 6 on the beat.
Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Baltimore Ravens. On the visitor's sideline, Patriot head coach Mike Vrabel. His guys just 2 wins over their last 6 games. His counterpart on the Ravens sideline, John Harbaugh. His guys know a home playoff game is in their future. They have clinched the division and look to be a real force in the AFC. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start. Game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
They go play action now. May. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack. Second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he...
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish #1, including himself.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 12 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there, but they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
To throw is Jackson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called out again this week.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they approached up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Fourth down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
Brandon, never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team. Automatic first down.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Inside handoff, Henry. Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is 2nd and 8. Try the right side with Mitchell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And he will have the Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Brings up 2nd and 1.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Here's Jackson to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with an amazing diving catch. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Tyler Luke now for the extra point. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. New England's offense set to go as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Brings up second and 3.
Again, it's Henderson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And the Patriot first down.
Throwing here is May. Short pass caught by Henry. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
May going to give it to Henderson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw, it's May. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Henderson. So no gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Leads to 3rd and...
After one, it's 9-0. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Off the play fake. Here's May. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
And I believe that gain on third and long changes things quite a bit because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw forward May. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Hunter Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Patriots take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's finished off by a Pats touchdown. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. A little juke. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll start with a give to Henry. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They go play action now. Jackson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Harold Landry. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they work this right upfield across the 45. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Henry running right. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take us across the 50 and down to 44. 11 more on that one and another first down. A lot of running backs a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number? Let's say 200 plus.
Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
How about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
From the 43, here's a second down and 9. Jackson now. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Jackson going to keep it. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. He opted to go with a scramble. Gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Jackson and the rest of the offense staying put. They will go for it on 4th. Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. 41 yards. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the touchdown pass last time they had it. And they'll start here with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Diggs in motion right. Now they show jet sweep it instead, a run up the middle here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
Here's May. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Problems on on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get over to those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now, they're just cutting them to shreds. That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Ready. Sit up. Ready. Sit up.
Now Jackson. Now he'll tuck this and run. A throw taken in by Tyler Wallace. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Henry up the middle. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Over the middle, complete. That's Flowers. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson will try to pick it up himself. Touchdown! A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. And his sensational season continues. That touchdown grab, number 20 for him on the year. Luke now for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort.
They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
They'll throw now on the final play. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. We begin at venerable Soldier Field. The Bears at home to take on their NFC North rivals, the Packers. And let's watch Josh Jacobs. He gets the ball, and we have liftoff. He has cleared the tower, and he's gone. The Packers needed this one, and they got it. A victory that helps them keep pace in the NFC wildcard race. We go from there to this, the NFC title game rematch from a year ago. Eagles and Commanders, this one in D.C. And here's the former Commander, drafted by him back in 2022, Jahan Dotson. He's one of the 4 verticals on this route, and it's a deep shot. They connect. This is going to wind up as an 85-yard catch and run for the touchdown. One more to show you, and it's out in Seattle, the Seahawks hosting the LA Rams. And it's Jordan Whittington. He was a tough man to pin down all game long. This, one of his 2 touchdown catches. The Rams get it done within the division as they come away with the victory. With that, time for a look at the playoff picture. Things starting to come into focus in the NFC here in Week 16. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half, as we send you back out to the stadium with Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10, and they're on the 31-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And a fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. And despite injuries like these, Charles, these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Lamar going to give this to Ali. And he's taken down inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
15 more yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? The ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Christian Barmore in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
180.
Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. They get 11 back on that one. It moves to 3rd down. Now we watch everything with great anticipation because he just had his 999th reception. And yes, math majors, the next one, a big one, 1,000. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have the Ravens first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of the football. This offense, number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and their run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Jackson. He'll get this to Flowers, left side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Look for the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Looking to put a drive together. Douglas, the man in motion. He finds Douglas complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the line could wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, they run with Henderson. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to it quickly at the line of scrimmage.
It sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
His throw incomplete.
If there's another stop, one of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's May. Complete. And he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Give running right is Mitchell. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the
Here's
play.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the Patriots' 43-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson. He's able to find Wallace. 42 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from going up by 30. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's an old reference there, folks. But, yeah, they've been the better of the 2 teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Patriots 7. Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. Well, now how about this return? Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. New England trying to get a place on offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So from the 37, here's a 2nd down and 4. To the air, May. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Henderson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Trenton Simpson firing in and sticking him for a loss. They'll throw with May. Short pass caught by Henry. Just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 43.
That's good for a Patriots 1st down. A gain of 11 on the play.
And they go play action with May. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Recovered by the offense.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. To throw, it's May. They'll swing this out to Henderson. Calling a gain of 40 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Short pass caught by Henry. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the 1st. They get him to the ground at the 37. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. The linebacker, Robert Spillane, making a big play. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. That is caught. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Ravens continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Luke now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. New England's offense set to go. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. They'll start on the ground with Henderson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the shotgun, May with it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
A gain of 5. First down, Patriots.
Running left is Henderson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henderson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
No flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them. That attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
The offensive line, they're getting it done.
The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got it. May now off the bootleg. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Short pass caught by Henry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup at 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam. Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense and receiver Zay Flowers set to take over once more. And he's had set at the line for this next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives. And I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
180. Sit up.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Sit up.
They go play action with Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight-ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Sit hot.
Ali going to try the right side. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On third down, Ali. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
A gain of 9
That's
yards.
good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
180. 180 right.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Baltimore, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they run their mark to 15-0 on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile,